guys, welcome back. Today I am going to be testing out the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This has been so highly requested for me to try for so long, you guys, and I finally just bit the bullet and purchased it during this past Sephora sale because it's really expensive, honestly. Give this video a thumbs up if you are excited to finally hear my thoughts on this product, and also if you are new here, I would love it if you would hit subscribe down below. And just a quick reminder, you guys, every single time I do one of these videos and I mention that if you want to see a foundation tested out by me, to please check the description bar down below because I have all of my past reviews down there. And I say that, and still on every video I get so many comments asking me to review a foundation that I've already tested. So please, 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 please check out the description bar. I work really hard on it, so utilize it, love it, cherish it, make it your best friend. Everything is down there. So let's chat about this product. It is $68 Canadian or $64 USD. I told you, it's expensive. Comes in really nice packaging, of course, because Armani is a luxury brand. It's like a heavy frosted glass bottle with a pump. It's available in 19 different shades. I used the Temptalia Foundation Matrix and it matched me to shade number 4, which looks like it'll be a pretty good match. It's described as light with a golden undertone, and they say it will provide you with a lightweight coverage with a radiant silky finish. And the only other things they really say about it is that it is formulated with a microfill technology that basically allows it to have a high pigment concentration but also feel very weightless on the skin at the same time. And they also say it will give your skin a finish that is reminiscent of silk. So I want to try this out. Let's get started. I am doing things a little bit differently today. I primed my entire face with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I wanted to prime my entire face because I'm more interested in trying out different techniques of application. So let me know if you guys like this. I'm going to be doing half my face with the Real Techniques buffing brush and then half of my face with the Beauty Blender. I just feel like that's going to make a bigger difference than like priming half of my face, and also it'll make you guys a little bit happier to see how it applies best. So I'm going to start off with the Beauty Blender. I'm going to take 2 pumps of product on here. It's just kind of like an average liquid consistency, and dot this onto my face. I know Armani does recommend applying this foundation with a brush, but we're going to see how it does with the Beauty Blender first. I am pleasantly surprised so far. That has more coverage than I was thinking it would. Blended out perfectly, and it really does look like skin, and the only things it really didn't cover was my particularly red hyperpigmentation in this area. But that looks pretty dang good, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the other side with a brush. I also forgot to mention, just a little reminder, or if you're new to my channel, my skin type is currently dry, and I don't have any active breakouts. This is all just like smooth redness and hyperpigmentation because I just finished 7 months of Accutane. It's time to do the other side. I'm gonna take like 1 more pump of product just because I didn't quite use up all of that. Is definitely a really great match for me, and I'm really surprised by this. I definitely did not think it was going to have such a great level of coverage, but it looks really nice. I think the Beauty Blender applied it a little bit better. It was just a little bit more effortless, and the brush took a little bit more work, but they both look really nice. Like, the formula of this seems amazing. It's just so easy to work with. The side applied with the brush does have a slight bit more radiance to it. This side is more of kind of like, I would say just a natural finish, honestly. It's not really super like radiant, but it's also not matte either. It just really, really looks like my skin. I'm gonna build it up the tiniest bit just right in here and kind of on my nose, the areas where you guys know I get the most redness. So I'm just gonna take like half a pump. Pretty well. It did not give like a perfect flawless coverage, but I'm like seriously impressed with how nice this looks on my skin. My skin looks quite smooth and even. It's not accentuating anything I don't want it to accentuate, and it's not like overly greasy or dewy. And that's something I heard. I watched like a video forever ago, I have no idea who it was, but I watched a review on this and they were surprised by the fact that it's like not really that radiant or luminous. It just has a very natural skin-like finish, which I am very pleasantly surprised with. I am really liking this so far. I think it looks fantastic, honestly. I would probably consider this like a medium buildable type foundation. It's not going to cover any like severe breakouts or redness or anything like that, but like even here where I do have a lot of redness, redness. You can see it did a really good job. This does have a bit of a smell, but honestly I can't tell if it's like an added fragrance or just like the smell of the product, because it's not like overwhelming. It doesn't smell super artificial or anything, and it's like not lingering at all. I can only smell it when it's freshly pumped out, but so far I am loving the look of this. I think it's beautiful. Why do the expensive foundations have to be so good? And the application was perfect, so I'm definitely very impressed so far. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and do a close-up and then finish off my face makeup like usual. I use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and then I use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette just to set under my eye area, and then a tiny little bit of my Cover FX illuminating setting powder over the rest of my face. And I'm surprised that this doesn't have more of like a shine and a glow to it, honestly. Like, I would not describe this as like a silk kind of finish. I would like to see it have just like a little bit more glow to it, but other than that I think it looks really good. All of my other products were fine. The only issue I had was building up the coverage on my nose, and I still feel like a bit of redness is showing through there, but that's a pretty common problem for me. I'm kind of having a moment where I'm like, why did I wait so long to try this? I should have just like splurged and bought it earlier, but at the same time I'm not like, I want to spend $70 on this on like a regular basis, you know what I mean? I think I would really love this if I like sprayed my face down with like Smashbox primer water or something, just to give it like a little bit more of a glow, like I was saying. And my face does look nice and smooth. It's not like porcelain, like flawless, totally smooth, like no pores, but it looks more even than it does with other products and more even than it does on its own. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, do another close-up, you guys know the drill, and I will be checking in with you guys throughout the day as always. Foundation on for 4.5 hours now. Really quickly before I talk about the actual foundation, I did film my eye makeup today because I was wearing this in some recent videos and a lot of you guys asked me to do a video on it, but this will actually be in my review for the Too Faced Chocolate Shop palette. So if you're interested in seeing this makeup, minus this lip color, this isn't like the lip color I would wear with this look, I'm just like trying stuff on, but if you are interested in this look, keep an eye out for my review on this set. Anywho, no changes really with the foundation. I still think it's looking really good. Definitely could have used a little bit more coverage in the nose and this area though. But overall, I still think it looks really nice. Wouldn't consider it weightless, but it's also not like heavy in the slightest, but I do feel like I have foundation on. I really do think it just looks flawless and natural. Also, after it dried, it didn't really like transfer anything, and it's like totally transfer proof now, definitely. But I will be checking in with you guys at the end of the day. I've had this foundation on for 12 hours now. In terms of wear, it has worn off a little bit, just kind of around the edges of my face, and it seems to have kind of like sunken into my acne scarring, oddly. It looks fine on my pores still, but on the areas where I do have a little bit of scarring and pitting, my skin just isn't quite as smooth looking as it was earlier. Overall though, it's pretty like transfer proof and everything though. I can see if you do have oilier skin though, it might wear off a little bit more. And it looks really flattering in like all forms of light too, which is really nice. And overall it does feel very comfortable on my skin. My skin doesn't feel dry or anything like that. My skin feels nice and hydrated. I have to say that this is honestly the best foundation I have tested in a while, which is refreshing. I really have not been a huge fan of any of the foundations I've tested for the past couple of months, and I can definitely see why so many people love it so much. It was so easy to work with, and it just has such a natural skin-like appearance. I probably wouldn't wear this on days when I want a more intense level of coverage, like on days when I want everything to look super flawless, and like if I'm doing a more bold makeup look essentially. I would definitely reach for this on a more like day-to-day basis though, for my more like natural makeup looks when I still want, you know, like a solid amount of coverage, because obviously it covers really well. Like even today with a winged liner and stuff, I feel like it's worn off a little bit too much and it doesn't look quite as flawless. Like it's a little bit blotchy in here, but I think for natural makeup days like in the summer and stuff, I think this would be a great fit for me. I can confidently say that I will not be returning this foundation because I do really enjoy it so far. Will I spend $70 on it regularly? Not sure yet. I'll probably have to see how it reacts to my skin type as it's changing and everything, but as of right now, I'm quite happy with it. Once again, I see the appeal. I see why people rave about it and why so many people are so in love with it. I think this would be beautiful with like my Tarte brightening primer underneath it, and like I said, sprayed with like a more hydrating setting spray just to kind of amp up the glow a little bit. That's the one thing it's lacking just a bit. I wish it was a little bit more radiant, but the finish is still really beautiful. It's not like greasy or like too dewy or anything or too shiny. While this product is pricey, overall it is getting a thumbs up from me. Good news is if you are a VIB at Sephora, then you still have a chance to get it with 20% off from November 11th to the 14th. More like high-end splurgy foundations are always a great item to pick up during the sale, and I will have a link down below. I always link the foundation in the description bar. Yeah, those have been my thoughts on the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Very impressed. Definitely going to continue reaching for it. I can definitely see this becoming a product that I like. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I am at SariRihanna on all three. And hit that subscribe button down below if you are new here. I do a lot of different foundation reviews, so definitely stick around. But I am going to go to bed now. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys!